For a second day, the body of Pope Francis lay in state at St. Peter's Basilica as tens of thousands of people line up to pay their respects. Earlier today, the Vatican said more than 50,000 had already walked by the Pope, with thousands more expected. At one point this morning, the line stretching out of St. Peter's Square and down the street, the longest the line has been since the Pope's body arrived at the Basilica yesterday. The pontiff died on Monday at the age of 88 after suffering a stroke. For more on this, I'm joined by CNN's Ivan Rodriguez, who is following this from Rome. Ivan, what's happening on this second day of the Pope lying in state? What can you tell us about people hoping to pay their respects?
Well, Matt, thousands of people, as you've mentioned, have been waiting patiently, sometimes for hours, to get a chance to go inside of St. Peter's Basilica to pay their respects to Pope Francis. And we even got updated numbers that really show us how many people are going into St. Peter's Basilica. The Vatican says that as of this evening here in Rome, up to 90,000 people have gone inside of St. Peter's Basilica. And we were there just about 30 minutes ago down in St. Peter's Square, and we could still see long lines of people. Officials said yesterday that since there was so many people in those lines, they actually had to keep the Basilica open way past midnight. They only had about an hour, right around 5 a.m., where they closed the Basilica down, cleaned it pretty quickly, and then opened it back up. So we are expecting to be now past that midnight hour here in Rome, and we're also going to see that Basilica remain open. As long as people are in that line, we're told they'll eventually be able to go and pay their respects to Pope Francis.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. Where exactly is Pope Francis's coffin inside the Basilica, and how much time do you have to view him once you get in there?
Well, right now, his open wooden coffin is in a very sacred place. It's near the tomb of St. Peter, who is the first pope. And from images that we're seeing, even live images from inside of the Basilica, once people make their way through the center of St. Peter's and get to the front, right where Pope Francis's coffin is, they might have seconds to maybe a minute max. People are, moving pretty quickly through there. Some people who we've heard on the way out have said that it is a little frustrating because you do wait so long to just have that 1 second. But again, at the same time, many of them really appreciate having the opportunity to say thanks to Pope Francis, who, for many of these people, was a revolutionary pope.
Yeah, it's certainly such a historical thing. I'm sure people want to get as much time as they can. What other events are going on over the next day or so before his funeral on Saturday?
So we are expecting this to be open to the Basilica, to be open to the public again tomorrow. The only difference tomorrow, Matt, is that we're expecting Pope Francis's coffin to be closed right around Friday evening. So although it will remain open to the public up until midnight tomorrow, the coffin will be closed around Friday evening in preparation for the funeral on Saturday. In terms of other events throughout here in Rome, we saw the 4th recitation of a rosary in memory of Pope Francis in the Basilica of St. Mary Major, which is located a little bit more centrally in Rome, and that was led by Cardinal Tagle, who is from the Philippines. So that was the 4th installment of that rosary there. We're also going to, again, just see thousands of more people come and want to pay their respects, and looking forward to the funeral outside in St. Peter's Square on Saturday morning. We are expecting thousands of people there. We know around 300,000 people attended Pope John Paul II's funeral in 2005. Tens of thousands of people also attended Pope Benedict's funeral as well. So there's already a lot of measures that are being taken here in terms of security, in terms of gates being put up to try and make sure that they're ready here for all the crowds of people when they arrive.
That's CNN's Ivan Rodriguez in Rome. Ivan, thanks very much for your time tonight.